Hello and welcome everybody. Do you guys remember life before iPhones? 2003 Nike Pro Forged combo set. I remember this was the set that I wanted more than anything in the world, and it was super expensive, and it was made by Nike, and Tiger Woods was sponsored by them, and it was so amazing. And now I get to hit one. This happens to be the 7-iron, and I am actually pretty impressed. I just can't wait to get this out on the range. So let's get this under the microscope and talk about some identifying features. Obviously, it's going to be different because it's a combo set, so it's going to go from blades to cavities to more forgiving clubs. Nike does this better than anybody else when it comes to design. It's just, they didn't make it interesting. It's like, oh look, it's riveted together. It's like steampunk. There are gears in here. I love that look. It looks very industrial. It looks very rugged. I like that. So cavity, obviously, muscle inside the cavity, insert inside of that, kind of these blinds, like neoclassical. I'm not sure if I'd call that Art Deco. I think Art Deco, they would compress more, I don't know. Nike swoosh right here in that insert, so don't lose that insert. Interesting. I wonder if that has a damping effect on the sound. Let's spin around. Heel profile, kind of what you expect from a 7-iron. No, not pretty clean sole, except for some artificial turf here. 7, let's have a look at the toe profile. A pretty slender toe profile and pretty slender sole right there. Nike was way ahead of its time with these progressive irons forged right here. You can see Pro Combo. And this is a very interesting face. You can see just no nonsense, just normal grooves, no decorations, no Nike swooshes. Ferrule, gray. I wouldn't really call that silver, kind of a gray ring on that ferrule. We move up, it's kind of tapered, but there are these like micro steps in it. Can you see that? Kind of hard to show that, but there are these like little micro steps, and then we get to some real steps up here. Speed, steel, whatever, Nike super strength steel, 2003. This is when I've been golfing for a few years at this point, and I lusted after these so much. Right now the club is pointed down, so this is on the reverse side. This is what you're looking at address with just that simple little line right there with this little Nike Infinity something loop golf. You can see the Nike symbol right here as well. Nike up here. Nike knows how to brand. What can I say? And then we have this fun little, it feels like a little plastic or metallic Nike insert in the butt of the grip. Super cool. Nike, this is just oozing coolness. The question is, can it ooze straight golf balls that fly consistently? Let's go to the range and see how it does. So when I first started like golfing, not like driver range, just going out and hitting golf balls, when I started like golfing, like 18 holes it was like 99, 2000, I forget exactly when it was, but it was right around the year 2000. I bought like a set of secondhand Spalding blades, just as my first vintage set. I'm like, I want to play like the olden days, and so it was rusty, they were blades, and they were really lightweight. They could have even been women's clubs, I don't even know. And to me, that's how I identify the definition of blades. Okay, now, a couple years later, I played in Texas with family with a Titleist set that one of my family members owned. He just let me play it, on the course, and I was like, wow, these feel, and yes, there's a lot of variables there, new grips, amazing shafts and the Titleist head, and I felt, oh my gosh, that's a revelation. Obviously now I have several blade sets. I have Walter Hagen and Arnold Palmer, and I have various bladed sets. But when I hit this felt more like that Titleist blade than my Spalding Rusty blade. Does that make sense? It still feels bigger, and so it doesn't feel like a really lightweight thin blade, but it feels good, is what I'm trying to get at. It feels kind of how I expect an iron to feel. Now, there's nothing miraculous about it. The Nike Swoosh, does that do it? It's a cool brand. This would look cool in my bag, and that's kind of why I want it. But as far as like a golf implement, it does exactly what I want it to do. Which is, I can't think of better praise to give to an iron than that. So because it is Nike, I do want to put this in my bag. I want a Nike set. I've wanted a Nike set since Nike sets existed. I've always wanted to play Nike. So this is up there. The feel of it's amazing. The sound, the look. Why would I not get a set of these? The only thing that I can think of is because they're kind of scarce and maybe kind of expensive. Those two things out of the way, sign me up. If you have a set of these, let us know how you feel about them. Do you hate them? Do you love them? Have you just worn them out? Do you play them until the soles are, bare and they're rusty? Or did you not like them? I'm interested to hear. Nike Pro Combo Forged, something that I've always wanted and I still want. It just seems like a really great club. And again, this is only the 7-iron. I haven't hit the full progressive set, so interested to read your comments. If you want to support this channel, you can visit me on Patreon. You can visit my Amazon shop. I'll put a link in the description below. I am an Amazon associate. I make proceeds from qualifying purchases. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. I am The Vintage Golfer.